I've been with my husband for almost 20 years, but about 3 years ago, I was strongly considering divorce, and I want to talk to you about why.
Are you guys aware that weaponized incompetence can make a woman divorce a partner? Weaponized incompetence can make you want to stay away from your partner forever, can make you even go to therapy, can cause a lot of things if your partner has weaponized incompetence. So there's this popular creator that I usually see her content all the time, and she came online to talk about one of the times she considered divorcing her husband is because of weaponized incompetence. Yes, he's a great man, a great partner, but they have 4 kids together. So, of course, when when there's children in the house, the woman is the one that does everything. You plan everything. You must be available for everybody, emotionally, for everybody, literally. And you must balance it. So, a woman is in charge. When there's kids in the house, a woman is in charge of everything. Okay, so it was getting very overwhelming because she goes to work, he goes to work as well, and she does most of the work. And she started saying that, okay, when it comes to doing this and doing that, can you do this and do that to make things easier for me? Clear the old place so that when I wake up the next morning, I can do some things and do that. And he kept doing it. It was like, okay, I understand. He started doing it, but he will not do it again. She'll come again and say, oh, I told you that you have to do this. He does it again. It will stop. She'll talk about it. It will stop again. Let me show you the video.
I've been with my husband for almost 20 years, but about 3 years ago, I was strongly considering divorce, and I want to talk to you about why. So I'm going to tell you the story of the day where I thought to myself, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. My husband and I had 4 kids. We both worked full time. We had been together for 16 years at this point. We've been together since high school. And on paper, I have an amazing husband. He is incredibly supportive. He's kind. He's loyal. He's a great dad. He's very hands-on. He's an active participant. He's always present. Like, on paper, what else could I ask for? But in reality, my experience is very similar to the experience of other women. I had this amazing husband who on paper was great, but I was incredibly frustrated and burnt out from our marriage and from motherhood. Because what happens to so many of us is that we marry these amazing men and we have amazing relationships, and then we have kids. And when we have kids, women tend to carry a disproportionate amount of the work in the home, the work of raising kids, and the mental load. And that is exactly what happened to us. About 3 months after my 4th baby was born, I remember looking at my husband and saying, I need more. I need you to do more. I am exhausted. I am in charge of everyone and everything in this house. Every night when we cook dinner, you ask me what to make. Every day when you drop off the kids at daycare, you ask me what they need in their backpacks. I am the project manager of this home and I need you to do more. And he looked at me and he said, okay, just tell me what to do. Right? Every woman has heard this. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And I said, okay, something that would make my life easier is if in the mornings when I came downstairs with the 4 kids, because I do mornings by myself, the dishwasher was emptied, the dishes were put away, and the trash was taken out. That would make my life so much easier, because when I've got the 4 kids running around and the baby crying, I can't be looking for their favorite water bottle in the dishwasher. I just need to know it's clean. And he said, yeah, of course. What? Yeah, I'll do that. That's no problem. And so, of course, he does it. But then I have to remind him, and then he forgets, and then I have to remind him again. And there was this one morning where I woke up, and I went to put something in the trash and it was overflowing. And I went to get my son's water bottle and it was in the dishwasher with all of the other clean dishes. And I felt so disrespected and unseen and unvalued at that point in time. And I remember texting my husband being like, what happened? Like, why didn't you do this? And he said, sorry, I was running late for work. And I remember thinking, oh my God, he doesn't see me, because what he's done has now made me late for work. And he doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about the impact on me. And he doesn't see how every single thing in our home happens because I ask him to do it, or because I do it myself, or because I planned and organized it. The diaper bag is full because I filled it, right? I put the wipes in there. And I felt so frustrated. And I remember thinking, what's the point? What's the point of doing this with someone else? I might as well just do it alone. And it's not because my husband didn't love me or he did anything to me. And it's not because I didn't love him, but because I felt so taken advantage of in our relationship. And this dynamic It doesn't happen by accident, right? It's not like my husband did it to me, but we've been raised in this society that tells men and women who they should be in marriages and what it looks like to be a good mom versus a good dad. And we know the bar for moms is way up here and the bar for dads is way down here. And we fell into these norms. We fell into these roles in our family despite the fact that we never wanted to. And I'm lucky, and I say lucky because I have a partner who I know loves me and wants me to be happy and was willing and able to change. And so we did the work to figure out what equity looked like in our relationship. And I can tell you now, 3 years later, that we are happier than ever. Our kids are thriving. Our home runs like a well-oiled machine. And that took a lot of work. I want to say it took like 18 months to get there. And it was well worth it. But it is not uncommon. And so if your wife is coming to you and she's saying, I'm burnt out by the mental load and I need you to do more, she's not just saying that because she wants you to do more chores. She's saying that because truly it can hurt your relationship. It can ruin your marriage if you do not participate in an equitable way in your home. And so what does that look like? What does it look like to change these dynamics? Well, we need to really assess in our homes what the work looks like. Because in most homes, the data supports this, women do a disproportionate amount of the work. They just do. They do more of the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and the childcare while also working full time. And men have more time for things like their hobbies, like golf, for example, or just working out, running a marathon, right? And so we need to have hard conversations about what our time looks like, what our labor in the home looks like, what is invisible labor. We have to talk about these things. And when we don't, the alternative is that you no longer have a marriage, or you don't have a happy one at least. And so I share this story because I don't think I'm alone in this experience, and I want people to know that there's hope and that if you have a willing and able partner, you can change this. You can absolutely change this dynamic.
Forget it. Not every man would, change things up like that. Yes, the good ones that want to or see you hurt or see you pain or see you stressed will do the first part. They will change and start doing what you want them to do and stop and tell you they forgot. You keep talking over and over till you're tired of talking. They go back again, they do what you want them to do, they stop. They go back again. I feel like most men will do that, right? But it's not most men that is going to come back later and make things work. Even saying that she's already burnt out. It's not, most men are not going to do that. In fact, they're going to tell you, I am assisting you, I am helping you to make your work easier. This is supposed to be your work. So I'm making it easier for you. You're stressing me, you're complaining too much. When you listen to some women that are, been divorced or they're tired of the marriage or something, most of the time it is weaponizing competence. It is what they've they expect their man to do for them. Even not just them not saying they must have talked about it, they might not saying let's do this, do this, do this, but they leave all the old work for them. It is tiring. Imagine you're having 4 kids and you have a job, your partner has a job. You as a mom, you're going to take care of the child, the children, take care of yourself, take care of the man, take care of the house, take care of everything. It is exhausting and draining emotionally, mentally, physically is draining, right? And you have a partner that just feels like, what do you need my help for? There's some partner that won't ask you and tell you, do you need my help? I feel like I just feel like it's the way society makes it feels like a woman is the one that will do everything in the house, even though there's a lot of children in the house. A woman is responsible for all the old domestic labor. That is why they see it as, I'm helping you. What do you need your help for? What do you need my help for today? They see you in the kitchen trying to cook. Probably you're carrying a baby that is breastfeeding, or you have a toddler run up and down. You have one that you have to do the homework. They will come and ask you, do you need my help? What do you need my help? And to them, it looks as if they are doing you a favor. What do you need my help for? Like, does she need to even tell you what you should do as a man or as an adult or as a father of those children? Does she need to tell you the things you're supposed to do? If you want her to leave the kitchen and you want to do the cooking, tell her to leave the kitchen and do the cooking and clean the whole place. Because most of the time when they cook, they do not clean. They do not clean after themselves, okay? You cook and clean the whole place, or you go and look after the 4 kids. Or you're going to look after the children, let her concentrate in the kitchen, you know, but they need you to tell them what you want them to do, and they need you to tell them continuously what you want them to do. And some of them try to do those things, while some of them will not even do it at all. Some of them don't even try to do it at all, and they tell you, I'm not going to do this because I am providing. In fact, most men that their women are not working, they're not going to do it. They go out of the house in the morning and come back late at night, and they're not going to do anything. The woman is going to be the one to do everything. Just imagine a family whereby she's the one doing everything. The thing, at the end of the day, is more or less like when a woman says that I'm going to be happier being a single mom than being in that kind of relationship. So men are like, they don't get it because she is actually a single mom. The only thing is probably the man is providing. And the thing is, if she can also provide for herself as well and provide for those children if she wants to. And the thing is that if she's getting paid for what she's doing for you, taking care of your children, that is being your nanny, being your house cleaning, she can afford to take care of those children by herself. But she's doing it for free. There's no acknowledge. Sometimes they don't even acknowledge the fact that you've done those stuff. They don't even appreciate it because they expect that it's supposed to be your work. Like you're supposed to automatically know that you're supposed to do those things. So most of them do not appreciate you for that. They do not even care to see that it's done. So men come back from the house, come back from work, and enter the house and see that everywhere is sparkling clean. The kids are well taken care of. There's food on the table. The wife is looking all good physically. They do not care. What in fact, if you tell them that you're exhausted all day, they tell you, but you've been at home all day. They don't expect you to be exhausted because to them you're not working. They don't see you staying at home, taking care of the children, doing everything as work. They see it as nothing. That is not a good. And the thing is that most of those men cannot stay with their children for an hour in the house. They cannot stay with those children at all. They cannot stay with children at all because they know that that work is very hard, but they do not acknowledge and tell you that the work is hard when they see you stressed. I don't know if that makes sense, but thank God that she said she's lucky to have a partner that they cannot understand themselves and they work things through. Most women are not lucky to have partner to work things through. Most women are still in that relationship trying to just do the things by themselves and not want to talk again. Most women are exhausted talking and talking. It is exhausting talking and talking and talking about something continuously. It's more or less like you're begging for it, which you're not supposed to beg for it. I feel like it's supposed to be done freely because both of you are in this together. It's supposed to be a partnership work, it's supposed to be something that you're supposed to come together to do. It is not something that is supposed to be a one person job because of course she's also working and definitely they must be sharing the bills as well. So it's really crazy how the society just expects women to carry all the old load. You have to work, you have to do this, take care of the kids, da, 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 da. Like the work is so much and exhausting for women. Anyway, what is your take on this conversation? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, at Instagram Davis, and I'll see you in my next video.